Good evening, visitors. Welcome to the Australian War Memorial's last post ceremony. My name is Lexa Peterson, and joining us today from the Royal Australian Air Force is Flight Lieutenant Peter Bergen. 2026 marks 125 years of dedicated service by the Australian Army and its predecessors. Today, we remember and pay tribute to Private William Oldham and warmly welcome his family who are watching the live stream of this ceremony. We welcome the veterans who have served, those that are still serving, and the families that love and support them. The live stream of this ceremony is made possible by the Returned and Services League of Australia and the RSL and Services Clubs Association. We welcome members who are watching the broadcast of this ceremony across Australia. During this evening's ceremony, wreaths will be laid at the base of the pool of reflection by a representative of the family and visitors to the memorial. If you're able, please stand and join in singing the national anthem. Those who are able to do so, please be seated. The Australian War Memorial was the vision of Charles Bean, Australia's First World War official historian. Bean landed with the Australian troops on Gallipoli and stayed with them at the front through to the end of the war. The idea of this national memorial and museum came to him at Pozières, France, in the depths of the bloody fighting of 1916. Bean's idea was that this would be a place where family and friends could mourn loved ones buried in faraway places. It would also be a place that could help all Australians understand what these men and women had endured and what they had done for us. Bean's vision, to which we remain true, is best expressed as inscribed at the entrance to the memorial's galleries. Here is their spirit, in the heart of the land they loved, and here we guard the record that they themselves made. Tonight we will read the story behind just one of those on the Roll of Honour, which lists the names of more than 103,000 men and women who've given their lives for us in war and operations for more than a century. But first we present a lament, Flowers of the Forest. Wreaths or floral tributes will now be laid at the base of the pool of reflection.
Today, we remember and pay tribute to Private William Oldham. William Oldham was born in September 1881 at Australind, north of Bunbury, in Western Australia. He was the seventh of 9 children born to Elizabeth and William Oldham. He attended the local Catholic school and later worked as a farmer in the district. William married Alice May Pridmore in 1907, and the couple went on to have 4 children. In August 1914, Britain declared war on Germany after Germany invaded neutral Belgium. Oldham volunteered for service in the Australian Imperial Force in August 1916. He began his training at Black Boy Hill Army Camp, east of Perth. There, Oldham was posted to reinforcements for the 28th Australian Infantry Battalion, which was then fighting in France. At the end of December 1916, Oldham boarded the troop ship Persic and sailed to England. In early 1917, he trained at the army camps on Salisbury Plain. Conditions were crowded and disease spread quickly. In April, Oldham contracted mumps and spent time in hospital recovering. In June, he sailed for France and the fighting on the Western Front. Once in France, Oldham spent some time at the Australian depot before marching out to his unit. He joined the 28th Battalion at the end of July in the north of France, just west of the Belgian border. In the second half of 1917, British commanders were focused on taking the high ground east of the Belgian city of Ypres. The campaign was to consist of a series of battles, each aimed at capturing a part of the battlefield in order to launch a new attack days later. The first of these attacks for the Australians was the Battle of Menin Road. On the 20th of September 1917, the 28th Battalion attacked and captured all of its objectives. During the fighting, Oldham was killed in action. He was 36 years old. In the confusion of the battle, the location of Oldham's remains was lost. Today, his name is inscribed in the Menin Gate Memorial in Ypres, Belgium, alongside some 54,000 Commonwealth First World War servicemen who died in the Ypres region and have no known grave. In Australia, Oldham was survived by his widow Alice and their 4 children, Harold, Reginald, Ivy, and Raymond. He was also survived by his mother and 5 of his siblings. Private William Oldham is listed on the Roll of Honour on my right, among almost 62,000 Australians who died while serving in the First World War. His photograph is displayed today beside the pool of reflection. This is but one of the many stories of service and sacrifice told here at the Australian War Memorial. We now remember Private William Oldham, who gave his life for us, for our freedoms, and in the hope of a better world.
Please stand for the reading of the ode and sounding of the last post.
They shall not grow old, as we who are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, or the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them.
We will remember them.
lest we forget.
Lest we forget. We leave you this evening with the words of the memorial's founder, Charles Bean. Many a man lying out there at Pozières or in the low scrub at Gallipoli, with his poor, tired senses barely working through the fever of his brain, has thought in his last moments, well, it's over. But in Australia, they will be proud of this. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the last post ceremony. On behalf of the Director, staff and volunteers, thank you for visiting the Australian War Memorial today. We wish you all a very pleasant evening.